Okay, so printer. Printer build, big printer. This is what I've been working super hard and diligently on for the past several months. And I finally installed the Y-axis components that I needed to. So here's what we got so far. We got a meter by a meter in area, right? As our build volume. This is the actual build volume. The outer part, well, that's just space, right? We got 2 meters in height. So, yeah, that's an old printer for scale, and that's already a meter tall. So that's already normally really big. So I can't imagine what a Ender 3 in the center of that would look like. It'd probably be really funny. Anyways, so yeah, we got 20 millimeter linear guide rails on the corners. Got 16 millimeter lead screws. Nice, big and chunky, as opposed to flimsy type of, lead screws over there. We got extrusion 2020 braces. I need to add some more to the corners here, pretty much on all these sides, but it's stable enough. I mean, it moves a little bit, but it's in the context of this stuff, not nearly so much. Nice and snappy, really fast. Right, really fast. Right, so despite how big this is not going to have any issues with the motion control system whatsoever. These are really smooth too. Film and dry box will probably sit up there. That's probably not the final one I'll stick with, but yeah, and you can kind of see like all the drilling and cutting I've had to do and all that stuff. It's been super fun, loud, etc. So all that's there. 40/40 extrusions, nice and chunky on the corners, and then everything else is basically 20/40s. A lot of people had recommended 30/30s, but every version of them was way too goddamn expensive, so I just didn't bother. I still gotta finish the build plate, right? I don't know. I have a lot of ideas on that still. I'm not going to talk about that here, though. Already at 3 minutes, so I'm already nervous to continue this. But yeah, so we got all that, and then after the build plate, we can worry about the rest of the motion control system in terms of the belts, the idler pulleys, brackets, motors, right? Because they're going to be like NEMA 34s, I think, the bulky NEMAs, because we need bigger stepper motors for the Z-axis. Despite how stable this is, it's still chunkier. And then, of course, like for these, for the X-axis, probably just stick with, I don't know, I might still just use NEMA 17s. I might just go with all NEMA 34s. I'm not sure, but there's that. And then eventually I'm gonna incorporate like combination of microprocessors. So the main unit will just be, like a regular 3D printer MCU or microcontroller unit. Probably like a SKR Octopus or something. I don't know, something that's well supported and easy to use. Maybe the Manta MP8, because it already has a Raspberry Pi kind of built into it. Either way, it's going to be open source, fully open source. I'm going to use Clipper because trying to edit config files in Marlin, while doable, a lot more doable if it's open source. Experimented with that. Got some cool experiments, but it was a closed source. There's a lot more limiting, which is very frustrating. And so basically it was the case where I need to do that. And then, of course, I want to incorporate like a RISC-V processor or RISC-V. So it's a vector, does vector like operations, kind of like a GPU, but it's not a GPU. It's like a dedicated microprocessor. So you can actually essentially side chain them or serially chain them. And so, and you can do that with other processors. And one of which that I'm incorporating is BeagleBone. They actually just put out a RISC-V processor not too long ago as well, but I'm looking at the banana, like the banana Pi 1 or whatever from AliExpress. It's like pretty affordable. It's just under $100 or something, and can do things like incorporating AI with it, which I love using because working with humans is not honestly that conducive to my productivity, and honestly, for some reason I feel less human around humans. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah. So basically, that's the plan, and yeah, it's been a lot of work. Spent a lot of fucking money. Probably invested like I don't know, like $4.5 grand in this project already. Like I spent like 1,600-1,700 bucks in tools alone. As evidenced by all this stuff here. It's all tools. But yeah, so pretty much that's what's been happening on my end here. Of course, all the research and all that stuff. But yeah, so it's been a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So yeah, little progress update. So today's a win. It's a more subtle win, but it's a win.